Hello students, welcome back to the second lecture of Geography, lesson number 4, Climate. In this part we are going to learn about the climate of India. Before we start with the climate of India, here is a map given to you. The map is showing about the average annual rainfall and temperature in India. Here also we have used the isoplate method. So now let's answer some of the questions given over here with this map. First question is, which region gets more than 4000 mm of rainfall? Now if you can see over here in the map, the different shades again we have. So the dark blue color is the maximum rainfall places. So where you can see the maximum rainfall, we can see it on the western coastal part as well as in the northeastern part. In the northeastern part it is Meghalaya, which is Mawsynram and Cherrapunji, which is having the highest rainfall. Next question is, identify the region with maximum and minimum temperatures. In the map of India, if you see the maximum and minimum temperature over here, the maximum temperature is in Lakshadweep Island, the Andaman and Nicobar Island, and parts of Gujarat and Andhra Pradesh. This is having the maximum temperature. Then can you imagine where the minimum temperature will be? Yes, correct. The minimum temperature is in Jammu and Kashmir, then Meghalaya, Arunachal Pradesh, etc. Let's go to the next question. In which direction is the temperature increasing? Now, if you see the map properly, the temperature is increasing in the southern direction. As we go towards the south, the temperature goes on increasing. Next question. Identify the direction of the winds shown. What are they known as? Now, if you can see over here in this map, there are certain winds shown over here. You can see these arrows. These arrows are showing the winds. Now, from where these winds are coming? They are coming from the southwest side. Okay, so what are they called as? They are called as the southwest winds. And these are the only winds which bring rainfall to India. They are called as southwest monsoon winds. Next question. Which winds are responsible for the rainfall in India? Yes, again the same question. The southwest monsoon winds are responsible for the rainfall in India. Some part of Rajasthan is under desert. What could be the reason behind that? Because the southwest monsoon wind which are coming into India, they are running parallel to the Aravalis. And because they are running parallel to the Aravalis, the leeward side of the Aravalis get lesser rainfall. So Rajasthan is under the desert area. The next question. The next question is for the students. The students are going to draw the main parallel of latitude passing through India. Now, if you know what is the main parallel of latitude passing through India? Correct. It is the Tropic of Cancer which passes through India. And what is the effect of the Tropic of Cancer passing through India? The effect is that the southern part is more hot because of the Tropic of Cancer. Last question. In which part of the Peninsula India are semi-arid climatic conditions found and why? Now, a question is asked over here. In which part of Peninsula India are semi-arid climate condition found and why? Can you imagine which are the places? Yes, it is Rajasthan, parts of Rajasthan, then southern Punjab, then western Uttar Pradesh. These are the places which are having this type of climatic condition. That is the semi-arid type of climatic condition. What is the meaning of semi-arid? That means not at all fully a desert, but a part of desert. That is called as semi-arid climatic conditions. So which are the parts which are having semi-arid conditions? That is southern part of Punjab, Haryana, western Uttar Pradesh, parts of Rajasthan, Gujarat. These are the parts which are having this type of climate. So I hope you all have understood the map of India along with this questions. So let's move on further. In the next part we have over here is the 4 cities of India. One, Delhi, Kolkata, Mumbai, Chennai. All are the 4 main cities of India. So here we are going to learn about the average annual rainfall in these 4 cities as well as the temperature in these 4 cities with the help of this graph. And let's answer some of the questions which are stated down along with the graph. First question. What difference do you find in the rainy season of Chennai and other cities of India? Now if you see the graph of Chennai, you will find that like other cities, Chennai does not receive maximum rainfall in the month of June to August, but it receives rainfall in the month of September, October, November and December. Only in this month you can see that it rains much over there in Chennai. Why is it so? Can you tell me why? Yes, because Chennai receives rainfall from the retreating monsoon. Now what are retreating monsoon? We'll learn in this lesson. What similarity do you see in the temperature curves of Delhi and Kolkata? If you see the, can you see the similarity over here? What similarities can you see over here in the temperature curves of Delhi and Kolkata? There are many similarities. If the temperature is high in Delhi, it is the same in Kolkata. For example, if you see there is a rise in temperature in Delhi and Kolkata in from January to May, and there is a fall in temperature from June onwards till December month. So when we having a similarity, what similarity do we have between Delhi and Kolkata? That the rise in temperature is also in the same months and the fall in temperature is also in the same months. Rise in temperature from January to May and fall in temperature from June onwards till the December month. Next question will go to, in which city is the range minimum? Now see the graph properly, you will come to know where is the range minimum. The range is minimum in the city of Mumbai. Why is it so? Why the range is minimum in the city of Mumbai? Because Mumbai is very much near to the coast. And as you all know, temperature does not vary near the coast, does not vary much near the coast. So the range in temperature is also very much lesser in this city. In which city is the range maximum? Now tell me, from these 4 cities, which city can have the range maximum? Yes, it is Delhi. Delhi has the range maximum because it is away from the coast and it is covered by land from all the sides. So the humidity in the air is also less in Delhi. So the temperature is high and the range is also high or maximum. Next question. Calculate the average range of minimum and maximum temperatures of all the 4 cities. Now let's find out the average range of these cities. Firstly, we'll talk about Delhi. The average range of minimum and maximum temperature in Delhi is 13 degrees Celsius. If you see the average between the minimum and maximum, you'll find it as 13 degrees Celsius. While if you see in Kolkata, it is 11 degrees Celsius. Calculate and see the minimum and maximum, you'll come to know that it is 11 degrees Celsius. Then, next city is Mumbai. In Mumbai, you can see it as 10 degrees Celsius. The average minimum and maximum temperature is 10 degrees Celsius, while the last city, that is Chennai, it is also 11 degrees Celsius. So you'll have understood the graph very well, I hope so. Now let's learn about the geographical explanation about the climate of India. The geographical explanation of India's climate. You all must be knowing India is having the monsoon type of climate. Whatever rains are there in India, they are coming from the monsoon winds. Now, as you all know, the Tropic of Cancer passes through India from the center. So, you can see the temperature is high over here. The temperature becomes high mainly in the southern direction. While if you see in the northern direction, in the northern part, you must be knowing there is a drop in temperature by minus 40 degrees Celsius, not only in Jammu and Kashmir, but also in the mountainous regions of Himalayas. Now, if you know, this variations in the climatic conditions, or we can say temperatures in India, leads to a variety of climatic conditions in India. Next part is the latitude and altitude of a place plays a very important role in the climatic variations of India. The latitude, on which latitude the place is, at what altitude the place is, this all plays a very important role on what type of climate that place is going to have. Mainly if we talk about India, the Indian Ocean and the Himalayan ranges, both. You can see the Indian Oceans over here and the Himalayan range over here. Both, what they do, because of this both, they exert a great influence on the climate and origin of monsoons in India. This too plays a very important role of bringing the monsoons in India. Now, as you all know, very cold winds coming from the north are obstructed by the Himalayas, as well as southwest monsoons which come to India. They also retreat from Shivalik and Himachal ranges. Both these things plays a very important role. Because of high temperature in summer, a low pressure develops in Punjab plains and Thar desert of Rajasthan, because of which the winds are attracted from the Indian Ocean towards the mainland of India, causing rainfall. So this causes rainfall in the coastal regions due to the obstruction caused by the Eastern Ghats and the Western Ghats. The coastal region gets the rain because of the Eastern Ghats and the Western Ghats. But if you see, when the winds move towards the inner part, that is the leeward side of the Ghats, that time it has been already over. The rain in that part gets over and this part becomes rain shadow region. These winds also blow parallel to Aravalis. As we know, because of this Aravalis only, places in Gujarat and Rajasthan, they do not get the rainfall, or we can say lesser rainfall. Later, these winds blow towards the Himalayas and again become moisture laden, because of which orographic type of rainfall occurs there, and then the wind starts its retreating journey while blowing from northeast to Indian Ocean. While they are blowing from the northeast to Indian Ocean. Again, some of the places in the middle get rainfall, mainly on the peninsula part. And such type of monsoon is called as retreating monsoon. In general, if we talk about the climate of India, India is having hot climate throughout the year. As you all know, the Tropic of Cancer passes through the middle of India, because of which India faces many natural disasters like erratic rainfall. What is the meaning of erratic rainfall? Erratic rainfall means untimely rainfall. Any time of the year the rain starts, that is called as erratic rainfall. As you all know, erratic rainfall is very much harmful to the crops. It causes a lot of problems to the farmers. Then is droughts. Droughts is also very dangerous. Then cyclones take place, floods take place, and many other natural disasters take place, and that also frequently. As per Indian Meteorological Department, there are 4 seasons in India. Which are they? Hot weather season, rainfall season, retreating rainfall, and the last one is cold weather season. So you all have understood the climate of India. So answer some of my questions. Before that, just have a look at these pictures over here. This is a picture of the deforestation in India. Then rainfall in Brazil. Paddy farming which is done in India. Drought quadrilateral which we have learnt in the Brazil part, that is this in Brazil. Well as a source of water in India. Again the drought prone area in India. Snowfall in India. Where do we have snowfall in India? In places Jammu and Kashmir as well as the mountainous areas. Now let's learn about the do you know part. Temperature in Ganganagar. Now Ganganagar is a place in Rajasthan. There the temperature soars up to 50 degrees Celsius in June month. So much high the temperature goes up to. But in places like Kargil town, they experience such a low temperature, that is minus 48 degrees Celsius in winter. You can imagine where 50 degrees Celsius and where this is minus 48 degrees. Next is places in Meghalaya, that is Mawsynram and Cherrapunji, have highest rainfall not only in India but also in the world. Mawsynram receives rainfall up till 11,872 millimeters, while Cherrapunji receives 11,777 millimeters. So much of rainfall, and it is receiving rainfall the highest, or it is called as the wettest place in the world. Jaisalmer in western Rajasthan is the driest place of India. Why? Because it receives rainfall just up till 120 mm of rainfall. A place in western part like Jaisalmer is receiving only 120 mm of rainfall. Then the place in India itself on the eastern part like Mawsynram and Cherrapunji getting the highest rainfall. So much of a variation in the rainfall in India. Next is Tamil Nadu receives maximum rainfall during the retreating monsoon region. We have learned just now that some part of the places gets the rainfall from the retreating monsoons. So Tamil Nadu is one among them. Now let's have a quiz. Let me see how much you all have understood this lesson. Between which latitude of tropical areas is monsoon experienced? Between which latitude of tropical areas is monsoon experienced? A. 20° north and 20° east. B. 20° north and 20° south. C. 20° north and 20° west. What's the answer? Correct. It is B. 20° north and 20° south. Next, the southern part of Indian islands received their first monsoon showers in dash. The southern part of Indian islands received their first monsoon showers in dash. A. Early June. B. Mid-October. And C. First week of April. So 3 options are there. Which is the correct answer? Yes, it is C. First week of April. Children, that's all about this lesson. And thank you.